What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Swoop, TCG, and we're out here with that fire, that heat, that sauce. Once again, boys, I got the Grinch sweater on so you know it's real, all right? Because, you know, we skip Thanksgiving over here. It's already Christmas, bro. It's Christmas all year, bro. It's Christmas until February, bro. I'm playing. I just had to put this on because it's cold, bro. We hit a low tonight, so it's cold. But, hey, listen, boys. I got the heat for you guys. Been waiting on to give you this one. I've been waiting on the comments to come in so I could do this deck profile. The craziest wait I've ever had to do in my life, guys. But it is finally here. Mitsurugi Primite, guys. I can't wait to get into this one with you. This one's fresh. This one has sauce, bro. I'm about to give y'all some real sauce right now, all right? So if you guys wanted a creative way and a fun way to play Mitsurugi, this is it right here, boys. Listen, I got so much to update with you guys, so stay tuned at the end of the video, and I got some secret sauce for you guys if you guys watch the end of the video. So stay tuned. I'll go over the updates and what we got working on, what we're cooking up for you guys. Lots to talk about. But before we get into this deck profile, did y'all get your steps in? All right, listen, boys, we're not just betting ourselves mentally, boys, we're betting ourselves physically. All right, so make sure you guys are getting out there, getting active and staying active, all right? Y'all don't gotta be a bodybuilder like me, all right? All you gotta do is go for a walk around your block, man. It's that simple. Go to a park, bro. If you're in the city, go to the park, bro. There's parks everywhere. Even in New York, they got parks, all right? So, you know, take this video with you, put it on your phone, put your headphones on, go enjoy that beautiful fall weather. You know, it's cold right now, but, you know, get a little chilly, bro. Ain't nothing wrong getting a little chilly. Go for a walk, get those steps in. It's gonna help your cardiovascular health. All right, it's gonna help your immune system and your metabolism. They're intertwined because it's a part of the endocrine system. When one's doing good, the other's doing good. All right, it's science, boys. It's science. All right, it's also gonna help with your blood flow and circulation. So if you got injuries, it's just gonna benefit you just to go for a simple walk. All right, so make sure you guys are staying active. And if you're my soul, boys, yo, once you cross that gym, job's not finished, boys. Step on that treadmill, step on that Stairmaster, put this video on. Once the video's done, your cardio's done. It's that easy, all right? The cardio's just as important as the workout, I promise you. It's not, well, the workout's more important, but the cardio is still very important. You should not skip it, all right? Make sure you guys are getting at least 20, 30 minutes in, all right? Very important, all right? For whatever you're doing, even if you're in the off season, you're trying to bulk, you always want to make sure you keep your cardio going, all right? It's going to only better your health. It's only going to increase your gains. I promise you. I promise you. But without further ado, let's jump on into this Fiend Smith. Oh, yo, I'm sorry. I just came out from the gym, bro. I just hopped out the shower, and I'm already lost in the sauce, boys. I'm working on the deck profile, so forgive me. But Primite, Mitsurugi deck profile, let's hit it. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and jump on into this like we always do. We're gonna start off with the engines, and we'll go non-engine, extra deck, and then I don't really have a side in here, but there's 3 cards that you should definitely have in your side for all Mitsurugi variants, which is a very cool tech option, so I can't wait to show you that. But I'm only showing you 3 cards for this. You guys can figure out the rest of the side deck for this one. But for now, we'll just go ahead and jump on into this. For the first engine, we'll go over the Mitsurugi portion. So we're playing one of each of the names. Naturally, this is pretty standard here. We want to have one of each of the names. In theory, we could technically cut this guy. I'm not a huge fan of this guy. We don't really need him. This deck count is 42 cards, so we can bring it down to 41 by cutting him. But I like the diversity of this because it gives us our deck 6 normal summons, essentially. So I feel like this is fine for right now. I've been playtesting it, and 3 has been phenomenal. Next up, 3 copies of the GOAT. Dude, that's probably going to get hit on the list. Limited. This card is just full combo by itself, which is just crazy. But honestly, this guy's fair. He's fair. It's prayers that needs to get hit. But anyways, 3 of these bad boys. Not much to say here, guys. It's Habakiri. We all know what it does by now. 2 Mirakumo. He's our boss monster. We want 2 of this because it's the main focus. We want to get him on board, and, you know, people out the one, we want to have a second. 1 Futsu. This guy is absolutely insane, and you'll see how he helps bridge with the Primite engine very soon. So I'll show you guys. This deck is so cool, guys, so stay tuned. But this guy is what helps facilitate you not bricking with this deck.
3 copies of Prayer. This is definitely going to get hit on the list. This is by far the most broken card in the Mitsurugi build. This enables so much play. The fact that you can just do this and dodge around your roll and get like 2 to 3 ads off of this is just insane. This card's just absolutely cracked. So max out on crack cards, right? Then we are on 1 Ritual, 1 Mirror, and 1 Purification. Main deck this card. People that don't main deck this card it's just crazy to me, because not only is this an Omni Negate for you, but when it's in the grave, it can just special summon your Mirakumo if they out your board, and then they think they're safe, but this is just lurking in your graveyard, and then you special out your Mirakumo and blow up their board. And that comes up quite a bit. A lot of people forget that they have a second effect, so this trap is just insane. You need to main deck this trap. And then obviously, because we're playing the Mirror, one of the GOAT cards, I wouldn't be surprised if Konami hit this card, just because of how much advantage it gives, especially with like Rituals, just all cards being busted now, so generic cards like these just become even better. But 3 pre-prep. And now we're gonna get saucy here, boys. This is where we get into the Primite engine. We are on 3 of the best normal summons in the deck. This is what we typically want to normal summon. We don't want to normal summon the other guys, we want to special them. So 3 of these bad boys, love them all day, every day. Card's broken. And this card helps facilitate the Fusion Monster, because remember, the Fusion Monster outs Yummy hard, and Malice too. 3 copies of Load, another just 1 card starter, just phenomenal card. 2 copies of Drill Beam. You guys are like, why 2 copies of Drill Beam? If you watch my Primite Fiendsmith, you know that I'm on 2 copies of Drill Beam. But yes, we are playing a lot of other cards in there. What if you brick on Drill Beam? This deck doesn't brick on Drill Beam. Drill Beam is always live. If you have Drill Beam in your hand, you have no other Mitsurugi cards or normal monsters in your hand, but you have full combo with Mitsurugi, you can still have your Drill Beam live, all right? Because Mitsurugi Ritual can send one of your reptile normal monsters to the graveyard, and then you bring them out with Futsu. That's how this connects into the engine. So this card is never a brick inside your hand. If you see this and you just see straight Mitsurugi stuff, I would never be upset. Because like, if you're going first and you have this and like, damn, I don't have, it's not a starter. Bro, you get to it. You get to it all day. Like, so Futsu brings out reptile monsters. It's not Mitsurugi monsters, it's reptile in general. So when you have Futsu on board, and then your Ritual, you go right here, Mitsurugi Ritual, and then when you Ritual summon from hand, you just send one of your normal monsters. That's why when I was going back to here, saying you don't need this guy, you can just send Kusanagi and then 1 normal monster, if you have a Drill Beam inside your hand, to special summon from hand. You'll recycle your Ritual, and then you'll have a normal monster engraved for your Futsu. All right, so your Drill Beams are always live. So don't ever think this card is a brick. This literally bridges into making your Drill Beam live. So that's the pretty crazy part about this. This is the sauce right here, boys. Like, you have this in hand, this is always live with this deck. This card is never dead because of the Mitsurugi cards. So that's why this is just absolutely phenomenal. Like, I'd honestly consider playing this card at 3, but we're not going to do that because we're also on, you could probably side a 3rd. You could probably side a Kirk, because Drill Beam is just a crazy crack card. Like, this card's just freaking insane. Like, and honestly, like, you could side a 3rd because everything bridges into it. And then 1 Primite Fusion. This card is absolutely cracked. This is what shuts down Yummy. This can shut down Malice. Essentially, if you have the right scenario, you can turn off Link 2s and lower, or level 2s and lower. But in general, like, without the right cards, you'll be able to shut down at least level 1s and Link 1s and lower, which completely turns off Yummy. So your guy will be able to completely cancel out Yummy effects. So absolutely phenomenal card. Need to play at this format because shutting down level level 1s and link 1s is just cracked. I mean, that's great against Fiendsmith. He can't Requiem on you. So it's just a phenomenal card to have. And shutting out link 1s is really huge. It hurts Malice, it hurts Mitsurugi, or not Mitsurugi, but it hurts Yummy. And it's just and it hurts Fiendsmith. So it's pretty cracked. And you can get 2 engraved, which means now link 2s are dead. So now they can't SP you. Now they can't do silly shenanigans like that. If you have 2 normal monsters engraved, which I'll show you how you get 2 normal monsters engraved. But if you have 2 engraved, guys, then it's even cracked because link 2s are off the board. And how many deck need their link 2s? Like that's insane. And then for the sauce, the normal monsters, we are on 3 normal monsters, guys. 3. You might think this is, and this is what, these are the 2 cards I was waiting on to do this deck profile, guys. Because I couldn't do this deck profile with just him without getting his little brothers, all right? So we got Gogi Gaga, Gaga Gaga Gigigo. And then Gaga Gaga Gigigo. It's gonna be so funny saying these names with Primite Loyally Load. But we're playing 2 of these, obviously, because 2 level 4s, that's 8. And then this guy is the only normal level 8 monster in the game's existence. So level 8 reptile, because remember, we need reptile. So this is the only level 8 reptile normal monster in existence. And then naturally I had to do the matching guy. You guys can do Alien Shock Trooper. He has like 50 more attack. He's like 1900 if you want. But I just wanted them to match. So that's why I did it. I have OCD. I was like, I got this guy. I got to do the little brothers. But so this is what you do. You need a level 4. Level 8 is just very crucial because it just comes up, especially if you have like, if you only did the 2 level 4s, right? And you drew it, then all your cards are dead because you need to send 8 cards in order for it to work. Same thing, like if you hard drew this and this was your only one, then, and also you can't do Baguska plays because we can easily go into, any Primite build can go into Baguska, all right? So like you're obviously gonna play a level 4 normal monster because it's just a free Baguska and Baguska is cracked. So, and that's a free Baguska in 2 summons too. That's so cracked. So you need to have a level 4. We need level 8 in order to do rituals and a free level 8 body. So we can always dip and dive and make sure that we're covered on all angles. And then we can use one of these for a Baguska, and then we can send the other one for ritual fodder. Which brings me to the spice, guys. Y'all thought I was done cooking. I'm not. The Forgotten card, Advanced Ritual Art. Guys, please take a moment and read this card. This card can be used to ritual summon any one ritual monster. You must also send normal monsters, boys, normal monsters from your deck to the graveyard. It is literally Mitsurugi ritual from hand by sending normal monsters to your graveyard. What does that facilitate? Primite fusion and making your Ether Barrel Dragon to have double normal monsters in your graveyard so that you can actually blow up or shut down their link 2 and level 2 and lower plays. So this card is absolutely cracked. So we play this at 2 because literally we have so many rituals. If we hard draw this with ritual, the shutdown Mitsurugi ritual from getting there, we have advanced ritual arts and no one's gonna see this coming. And especially you have, like I said, if you have a Troll Beam in hand, it's just GG's. Like this is just GG's, bro. Like I'm still stunting on you. You thought you stunned the Mitsurugi lines? Nope. This deck is so consistent, boys. Advanced Ritual Art is goated, and everybody forgot this card exists. So having this with the Primite is just cracked, boys. Like this deck is cracked, dude. I'm telling you, I'm not kidding when I sauce this thing up. Like this deck is insane. We can fix it and play around with ratios, but this deck is just so cracked. And that is it for the Primite portion. For the extra deck portion, we're on talents called by, very self-explanatory, like I say in all the builds, mandatory. I mean, this card technically probably should have been banned, but this card is a pot of greed, mind control, and a mind crush / trap dust shoot. Like that's insane to have all that in one card. So always play this in your deck. I mean, this should not, there shouldn't be a question. That's like GOAT and not playing Monster Reborn. Like you play Monster Reborn and GOAT when you have Monster Reborn, right? So, play talent. Called by pretty self-explanatory. We want our stuff to resolve. Droll is annoying, but technically Mitsu can kind of somewhat sort of still get, with the advanced ritual art, you can play around Droll and you can play around Charmies a lot better, because if they fool you after the Haba, you just have an additional way to summon from hand. So you can just keep adding them to your hand, and then your mirror can just summon from grave. So like you can just play around Fua so easily. But anyways, those two bad boys. Since we don't have that much room for non-engine because our engine is so big, we want a high value, high impact non-engine card. Super Poly is that card. Super Poly is the GOAT. So max out on 3 Super Polys. And then when you start a deck, you put Ash in it. That's pretty self-explanatory. It's Ash. It's the best defensive hand trap in the game. When you start building your decks, boys, this is the first this is the first 3 cards you put in your 40 card deck. All right? And then last but not least, 3 Fualas. It's Fualas, self-explanatory. This is the next 3 cards. These are the first 3 6 cards you put inside your deck to start off building your deck. So max out on that. Now we'll go ahead and hop into the extra deck here. We have our Super Poly package. Adding Nister, shut down Malice. Malice is a threat out there. Draco Stapelia, Mud Dragon, another Mud Dragon, Garura, another Garura, and this bad boy, because this guy outs branded and Draco Tails. Very funny card. So this guy's awesome. And then for our 1 fusion boss monster, this guy is so absolutely cracked. Gains 1,000 attack for each normal monster used for its fusion. Negate the activated effects of monsters your opponent controls whose level, ranks, link ratings are less than or equal to the number of normal monsters in your field and graveyard. If this card is sent to the field to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 normal monster from your deck in defense position. So this card is just so cracked, as you saw. That's why we want those normal monsters in the graveyard. We can also get them on the field through load. So it's obviously always going to be shutting down at least link 1s and level 1s, regardless of the fact. But at the end of the day, we can have it shut down link 2s to link 2/level 2s as well with the right combination of cards. So this card is absolutely cracked. And the fact that on the crackback, when this goes to the grave, we can special out our level 8 beef stick to our side of the field. And then that's just going to be a perfect ritual summon right there for us. Just get right back into the engine. So 1 Ether Barrel. The GOAT himself, 2 Baguskas. 2 Baguskas always come up every Primite build. If you're doing a Primite build, I don't know why you want to play 2 Baguskas, honestly. Like, this was the God card inside my Fiendsmith Primite deck. I would not run a Primite build without it, because if you just see Primite engine, like, I'm going to go Baguska pass with non-engine. So, like, and that usually can shut somebody out of their turn completely. 1 Typhon, Typhon. And then for our links, 1 IP, 1 Dynamundo, 1 Dark Charmer, and 1 SP. Now, you guys, you can change up the extra deck a little bit. I don't have the Secretarian Dragon in here. You can absolutely do that for a Super Poly target to really shut down Draco Tail. But this deck really doesn't need it. I mean, this, as you saw, like, this deck outgrinds. But, I mean, you can actually sub out that card. I'm not saying this extra deck is 100% perfect. You could definitely change out one of those fusions. You do have 2 open slots. I just figured an extra Mud Dragon Garura, because sometimes it can come up. And it's been fine for me. I personally don't care, because, like, my main boss monsters in this deck has always been, I would say, these 4 are, like, the main boss monsters inside my deck. It's always been IP into Dynamundo, and then Baguska, and then your Ether Barrel. And then the rituals, the drill beams handle everything else. So, very self-explanatory, boys. Very easy. Now, you guys stayed for the secret sauce, boys. 3 cards you should have inside your Mitsurugi builds. This is slept on. This is slept on. Liberator Ito. The most highly underrated board breaker in the game, guys. It is a free special summon. Do you have Herald on board? You can special summon it. All right, if you have Herald on board, you can special summon a 4,000 beater that is unaffected by everything, and then you just attack into their Herald. And guess what? It's a level 8, boys. It is a level 8. What does that mean? You can ritual summon using him because he has no restriction on that. You just can't use him for XYZs, links, and synchros, and you can't use them for any of that, but it has nothing to do with ritual. You can ritual summon by tributing this guy all day, every day. So not only can you special him out when they have a Herald on the field, you can run over their Herald real quick, or run over their Snatchy, or run over Marakumo, whatever you want to run over, you can absolutely do that. And guess what, guys? Then you can ritual summon using his big ass body. So this is absolutely cracked. This should be in every Mitsurugi build. The fact that I haven't seen many people run that is just crazy to me. You're playing Mitsurugi, this card's cracked. So that's it for the deck profile. Peace.
All right, y'all, I hope you enjoyed that Primite Mitsurugi deck profile. Lots of sauce right here, boys. I will do a combo guide for you guys too, because I'm sure you guys want to see it more in depth. I talked about it a little bit on how the lines work with certain cards and how you can work around with certain cards, but sometimes people need to just see it in action. So I will go ahead and do a Primite Mitsurugi combo guide. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comments, and I will go ahead and do a Primite Mitsurugi combo guide. With that being said, guys, I have so much sauce to give you. I completely revised the extra deck, main deck, and side deck for Pure K9 based off of everything. I watched the whole YCS live stream. Well, give and take, right? You know, I'm a husband and a father, right? So, you know, it's I had some breaks in between there, but I did watch the majority of the YCS, and especially the finals. I finished the finals and everything. So I judged it off of that. I've seen everybody's deck profiles. So now I kind of figured out a new ish count. It didn't really need the tweaks. What I have right now is perfectly acceptable, and it can easily handle those matchups. But what I did is just to make it more of an absolute blowout against those matchups, especially considering no K9 duelist stopped, and even like in the, you know, top like 80 duelists, there's like Christian K9, and I mean that's fake compared to Pure K9. I mean, and it's no disrespect to Christian K9 or those players, you know, absolutely. I mean, that's a phenomenal job, but K9, Pure K9 is crack, guys, and I've never lost to I'm sorry, not Mitsurugi, but I've never lost the Draco Tail ever in my life, nor do I foresee myself doing it. You can lose to it, absolutely. If you are not conscious of where to interact properly, and you interact in the wrong spot, or you wasted a hand trap in a certain area where you know you should have probably hold it for a point in time that was going to benefit you more, so you get the most value of pushing through boards, that can easily give a Draco Tail player the game, but it's a grind game. We outgrind, all right? And all of our stuff says you can't do your stuff because we're gonna play now. So it's really hard for a K9 player to lose to Draco Tail, but sometimes people get flustered with just the small little branded package coming in. But yeah, it does add a little buff to Draco Tail, but overall there's still Bricktail, all right? There's still Bricktail at the end of the day, and you know, they still do the same thing. Their boss monsters are vanillas, all right? It's nothing we haven't seen before, you know? It's literally 2 branded fusions and a Fallen of Albaz that is now in there, and then on top of that, some people are running through the quick play, and yeah, the quick play's cracked, all right? Yeah, absolutely, but it's still the same Draco Tail, all right? It is still the same Draco Tail, all right? So I will do a interaction guide for you guys, because some people, for some reason, are scared of this matchup, and I want to show you guys you don't need to be scared of this matchup, all right? And also, a revised Pure K9 build will be on its way to you very, very soon. I've seen a lot of other people putting out Pure K9 builds, and it's just not it, boys. I promise you, I'm the one that cracked this build, and I'm going to prove it at this OTS Championship this Saturday, all right? Because I cracked Pure K9, and I know without a doubt I'm going to win this, all right? So I'm very excited. I finally found a bigger tournament. I think there's like Goo Gaming guys over there. There's some good names out there. I'm traveling 2 hours and 30 minutes for this tournament, so for this OTS Championship, and I think it's going to be around like 100 players or something like that. It's going to be a big one, but so very excited for that.
can't wait to do that one. So that's, stay tuned, because the Pure K9 revised deck profile will be coming out then. I think there is some smart tech options and changes that we can make to make our deck even better and more consistent. And I decided to go through that. So you guys are also going to be a little shocked on a different route. This will be a different version of how to play Pure K9. So I'm very excited to bring that to you guys, and I'm very excited to show that with you. It's too much to talk about on this video, but there is a lot of change. I completely switched it up from my previous build. I think if I took my previous build to the event, it still would have performed very well. I still think I could have won the event, win this event coming up with the old build that I put out. But I wanted to make sure that I was as consistent as possible. And also one thing that I feared a little bit just from playing with some of, I switched locals as well to have better players. There's a lot better players. The new locals I go through, I have to travel an extra like 30 minutes to get to this local. So, and I've been testing, I've seen Malice coming up a little bit more. It's picking up in popularity a little bit. So I think Draco Tail and Malice, we're gonna start seeing a little bit more at current tournaments coming up within the next month or so. So I wanted to be prepared for Malice too. So that's one of the changes, is adding in the Lancia. Naturally, we also will need to use our 7th Tachyon. We can use 7th Tachyon to search Lancia as well, just like we used to search it for Mjolnir, and it's also the same searcher that we use to grab our Disablaster with the 7th Tachyon. C102 grabs you your Disablaster, and it grabs you your Artifact Lancia. So I just wanted more outs to that in case it could come up. Malice is still scary. We can handle Malice with the amount of interruptions we have, but Malice can do Malice things if they go first, right? So we want to make sure that we have as much answers as possible to every deck in the format. Our deck answers literally every single deck in the format. It's a little bit harder to answer into Malice, just because of how much they can continue to outgrind. They can continue, even with the hits to Splash Mage, with all that, people are running TB11, they're running all 3 traps, they're able to maneuver through interactions a lot better. Still, even with the hits that it has, so it is still a threat. It's not something to be slept on. I think Malice is more of a threat than Draco Tail, by far. But it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird how I'm still baffled by Draco Tail winning the YCS. Not just that YCS, it won the French Open and the Australian Open. That's insane. But it's probably just a representation thing, the numbers. But we got to bring K9 to the top. I'm bringing K9 to the top just like I'm bringing Azamina to the top. Everybody gonna know about these decks. Everybody gonna be playing these decks. All right, so we're gonna keep building up this community. But with that being said, I'm done talking about Pure K9. That deck list will be coming out this Saturday after the event. I'll let you guys know how I do. But we have plenty more on the way. I'm gonna make sure you guys get an interaction guide on how to be branded Draco Tail. It is very simple. It's very easy. So I don't want you guys sweating it. So you guys are good to go for your OTS championships, whether it's this weekend or next weekend. With that being said, we do have quite a bit cooking up still. After this Primite Mitsurugi, I will be doing a Pure Mitsurugi build for you guys. I think Pure Mitsurugi is still absolutely cracked. It's still absolutely crazy, and it still can easily take an event. So I wanted to give you guys that as well. I know there's not too many pure players out there still. So I wanted to just show another option for you. Me personally, if I was going to take Mitsurugi to the event, it'd either be K9 Mitsurugi or it'd be the Primite Mitsurugi. Primite Mitsurugi is just crazy. It's crazy, as you see. And then if you guys want the combo guide, let me know. But it's just absolutely phenomenal. So we'll go ahead and get on into that. There's a lot of tech choices in the side. And if you guys stayed this long into the video, I'm going to give you a little treat. Droll should be in the side now. It should not be in the main deck, all right? Don't put Droll in the main deck anymore. Put it in the side, all right? So that is a little tip for you guys. If you guys got events, I wish I could give you more right now, but I do have to hit this tournament first. I can't put other people on the sauce because a lot of people in my area also watch my videos. So I can't put out all the sauce just yet. So Saturday, I'll release all the sauce, and that will be what I'm going to continuously run even into the regional coming up in December as well. And I probably wouldn't make much changes to the deck list. We'll see how it performs then. But if I do make changes, I'll address what changes I'll be making prior to in that video for you guys. But I highly doubt I'll make any changes. I think what I have cooked up right now is going to be perfect, and it's going to answer all threats in the meta. So I can't wait to give that to you guys, but we got lots on the way. Let me know what you guys are excited for, what you guys are waiting on. And boys, we're already at like 400 and
five subscribers. We're almost to 500 subscribers, guys. Once we hit 500 subscribers, we're doing our first giveaway, boys. We're doing our first giveaway. I still have no idea what I'm doing for our giveaway, but it's going to be something awesome, all right? I'm not going to give you guys a starter deck Blue Eyes or, you know, a Fallen of Albaz structure deck, all right? I'm not going to do that to you, boys. I'm going to give you guys something legit. I still haven't figured out what it's going to be. I ended up giving one of my Noroys away to a kid that needed it. We had some kids coming into the local, so I wanted to hook them up with a play set of traps and with all the hand traps they needed, and then they wanted a Noroi, so I gave them a Noroi. But listen, boys, we're gonna figure something out. Well, there's my other 2 Noroys now. It's not a play set. I'll give you the rest of the canine package, the Jokels, the lanterns, the spells, you know, you name it. I can do that for you guys. I don't have any extra Azunas, unfortunately. Maybe even a Sinful Spoils package. Maybe you guys need some Azamine. I got that like crazy. So one is witches, all that, since that is also my bread and butter, I can do that for you guys as well. Let me know what you guys would like for the giveaway, whether it be a high rarity like Starlight Ultimate Rare, or if you use like deck cores, or if you're looking for hand traps. Let me know what you guys think should be for the giveaway, and I'll happily consider that. I do want to figure out something special for you guys for hitting our first marker on this channel for a giveaway. So it has to be something good, you know, it has to be a good giveaway for the first ever giveaway on this channel, right? So very excited for that, guys. And make sure you guys get your Grinch sweaters, all right? I have no idea where I got this. I think my wife got this for me. I don't know, but this is my spirit animal, all right? But with that being said, boys, y'all stay blessed, y'all stay safe. And if you got friends, family, people at your locals and creative minds anywhere, drop the link. Drop the link. If they need that motivation, whether it's mentally or physically, boys, drop the link. All right, let's keep growing this community, guys. Let's keep growing it. Y'all stay blessed. Love you all. See you in the next one.